new traffic, new visitors to your store, it's kind of like oxygen for your business. So now, one of the reasons for that is because essentially out of 100 ideal customers coming to your store, on average, typically 1 to 4 people will buy, okay? Which means that most people will never buy. If you have it set up right, 5 to 10 people out of each 100 will give you their email address. So we constantly have to be bringing new people to your store so that you can get more traffic and turn that traffic into sales and finally make money. So e-commerce marketing is all about that. It's about bringing in new traffic and turning that traffic into sales. We typically split this into 3 categories. We talk about how to be seen, how to get your brand be seen, how to be found, and also how to be referred. So seen, found, and referred. We also talk about in e-commerce marketing free sources and paid sources, and these kind of two go together. So let's break this down and start talking about being seen. When we talk about your brand being seen, we really are talking about interruption marketing on social media, kind of like on Facebook, Instagram, or perhaps even TikTok. Okay, so all of this is what we refer to as interruption marketing. Now, this interruption marketing can be free or can be paid for e-commerce. What we need you guys to know is that right now, at this very moment, what's really working well is a video. So no matter what you are selling, always try to put a video out there that will catch attention of your ideal customers. However, the big problem with interruption marketing when it comes to e-commerce marketing is that the market is very saturated. What it means is that there are many brands out there trying to put their posts and their videos out to catch the attention of the ideal customer. And at the same time, all of these social media giants like Facebook and TikTok and Instagram are essentially putting more and more ads in front of your customers, which means that their attention span is quite low. Last time I checked, no kidding guys, the attention span of a human these days is actually 8.2 seconds, which is less than a goldfish, believe it or not. So if you want to use this strategy in e-commerce marketing, you've got to make sure that you're doing it right, okay? I know many of you guys are impatient and you just want to put money on your ads, and that's totally fine. But what you also need to understand is that all of those algorithms have dramatically changed last year, and they changed because of new privacy changes, also known as iOS. Anyway, I won't bore you with details on that. If you want to find out more about that, we've got another video. In a nutshell, what we need you to know is that to be seen, to really catch the attention of your ideal buyer, you've got to have something that's going to stop the scroll. That's all what social media is about. That's what being seen is about, whether you're doing this on Facebook, on TikTok, or on Instagram. So to be seen, you kind of need something that's going to interrupt what your ideal customer is doing right now. Since we've been doing this for a while, we came up with 5 untapped social media posts that have delivered literally over $10,000 in revenue each. So if you want to grab that for free, just comment below and we are more than happy to share that with you. But essentially what you want to understand in a nutshell is that you want to have social media posts that show behind the scenes of your small business. Honestly, anytime you show behind the scenes of your small business, it's going to have a much greater reach for your e-commerce marketing. And the best news, you don't have to spend any money on ads. All right, now let's talk about being found. What does it mean to be found? Essentially, to be found is if somebody is searching for a product that you already have and they're really looking for it because they want to buy it and they want to buy it now. We also refer to this as hot search traffic. And what are the platforms where you can be found? Well, most of the customers are hanging out on Google and on Pinterest. The amazing thing is that there is approximately 8.5 billion searches on Google every single day. And a huge chunk of this 8.5 billion are people who are desperate to buy products and all of those amazing products that you've got. Now, what you have to do in turn is you have to make sure that you will show up on the first page of Google. Why is that? Because these days, hardly anyone scrolls past page 2. So if you really want to capture this hot traffic, you've got to be on page 1. Now, many small business owners don't even try to get to page 1. Why? Because they refer to it as difficult, requiring too many resources, being very slow, and most probably requiring agencies to help them. People also refer to this as SEO or search engine optimization, and I do agree 100%. SEO is complicated, slow, and expensive. However, as a small business ourselves, we've come across the usual problem that many e-commerce marketers like you guys have come across, and that the ads have been much more expensive, much more unpredictable, and essentially at one point almost drowned our business. So we had to start looking into capturing more whole traffic. Now, the more we dug into it, the more it was obvious that actually SEO is too slow, complicated, and expensive, and therefore we have to stay away from that. However, as a result, as they say, who seeks shall find, or shall find. After a long time struggling, we came up with what we now call the Ninja Method. And the Ninja Method essentially is not the SEO strategy, but it's going into the untapped ways that will get you that hot traffic from Google and Pinterest super fast. So guys, if you want more information on that and you want to really dig into that, because this is going to get you sales fast without having to spend a cent on ads, we've got another video on that. So make sure you grab that free resource and really dig into that, because honestly, 8.5 billion searches per day, like, wow, that's pretty amazing. Okay, the next section of e-commerce marketing is essentially being referred. When we talk about being referred, we're essentially talking about social proof or status or referrals. Somebody referred your ideal customer to your store, and those people are more likely to buy. Typically, we refer to this as an affiliate marketing or influencer marketing. Now, typically, this could work quite well. However, lots of influencers and lots of affiliates want money up front. So if you haven't started with affiliate marketing and influencer marketing yet, just be aware that you want to negotiate, that you first want to start seeing some sales and you want to start paying post-sale. Again, we're the traffic ninjas, so we always look for the untapped, easier ways that essentially help us get that domino. And so what we found for us and our customers is that the easiest way to essentially be referred without having to spend any money is to essentially be a guest on a podcast. Why? Because there is millions and millions and millions of content creators and podcast creators literally every single month who need new, fresh content, and they need guests and products for their show. So if you guys want a script how to reach out to a podcast influencer and be featured on a podcast completely free without spending any money on ads, then do comment below, because we've got that script inside one of our training programs that essentially teaches you how to get 1,000 buyers without paid ads. One last thing on referred traffic, this can work quite well if you are really aligned to an influencer that aligns with your brand. So really always make sure that the values of that influencer align with yours, because if your values align, that means that their listeners will essentially be your ideal customers. If there is too much misalignment, it might be a lot of effort for you to find an affiliate or an influencer, and you might not be getting so much money out of that. All right, so now you know how to be seen, how to be found, and how to be referred. We talked about the basics of e-commerce marketing. And now you know that out of essentially every 100 people or ideal customers that will come to your store, only 1 to 4 will buy, okay? So what does that mean? It essentially means that 96 to 99 will not buy. So what to do now? What you've got to do now is have to make sure that those people who won't buy, that you at least capture their email address, okay? We know according to statistics that 5 to 10 people out of each 100 should be giving you an email address if you've got it set up right. Which essentially brings us to another section of e-commerce marketing, and that's email marketing. And I've promised you the number one mistake that e-commerce entrepreneurs make when it comes to e-commerce marketing, and that's essentially capturing that email and then either not doing anything with it or just sending one email with one offer. Now, guess what? Sending one email just with one offer or a coupon is 320% less effective than sending a sequence. So essentially, instead of sending one email for your email marketing flow inside your e-commerce marketing, instead of doing that, you want to be sending a flow, because it's 320% more profitable, and that will essentially help you turn more of those shoppers into actual sales. So some of them will buy when they first visit your store, and some of them will buy from an email after a while and a while and a while. And if you want to know how to create a super effective email flow sequence for your e-commerce marketing, you'll be able to find out in the next video. So guys, if you've come this far, then only 2 things. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, comment below, let us know what you thought of the video and what would you like to see next. And for those of you guys who want to see the 5 untapped ways of how to create social media posts, or you want the script for how to reach out to a podcaster, do comment below to let us know, because we've got all of those resources inside our ultimate e-commerce growth kit. So with that said, guys, thanks for watching, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Ho!